was just saying to somebody at the bar there that it was like having my second child. Sorry.
You want to hold it?
Maybe I can. All right.
Let me hold it.
Hello?
This thing on?
Is this on? I was just saying to the gentleman at the bar, it's like having my second child. I decided a little bit too late that I wasn't going to do it. So I actually, as I was driving over here, I wanted to prepare for this, but I didn't really get a chance. I had so many different stories that I wanted to bring that were actually all from Australia. So I was thinking that Australia really is that wild outback, so I had to pick one of them. So I hope that this one is interesting enough. So it was interesting enough, before I went on this trip with my boyfriend, he needed to point out to me, and I think he even showed me in an encyclopedia, how Australia actually had the largest number of deadly creatures and poisonous animals and whatnot. And you know, at the time I just thought, okay, this is just a test. He's just being silly and showing me that. I really didn't know that I was actually going to encounter some of them while I was there. Had I known, maybe I wouldn't have taken the trip. So part of the trip where we went to, the story I'm going to tell is when we were in Darwin. And we were going to the Kakadu National Park. And before we actually went into the park on our camping trip, we stayed in this hostel. I don't know why we chose to stay in a hostel. I think we were on a budget, and so that's what we did. We were checked in, and I don't know if any of you have ever stayed in a hostel, but they're not always the cleanest, nicest of places. And probably in Darwin wasn't the best place to choose a hostel. So we were brought into the room that we were going to be staying at, and it was actually like a military barracks type of several bunks in there. And as we came in, there were two gentlemen from Germany who were in there. So it was nice. We got to know them and had a little chat, and very tall, strapping young gentlemen. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to check out the digs here at this great hostel. So I went in to check out the restrooms, to go to the restroom, and there were 3 stalls, and as I recall now, they were kind of outside-ish, so that should have been an indication there about the place. And as I sort of squatted down to do my business, because you don't want to sit in a place like that and get comfortable, I kind of caught something out of the corner of my eye, and I look up, and I'm like, okay, there's a giant spider web, bigger than I've ever seen, over the entire open bit of the stall. And there, right on it, was a giant spider, the biggest spider I had ever seen. So I don't know why it is, when you see something like that, you just want to be really still and quiet. Okay. So I thought, okay, I need to get out of here. So I did my business, and I left and went back to the room, and I was going to tell the others about my exciting adventure. When I come in, and these grown, strapping gentlemen, they're going, ah! And they're standing there on the beds, screaming, ah! Ah! So I come in, I'm like, oh my God, what? Because I can't imagine what would make these gentlemen, like, behave like that. And they're going, ah! Ah! So I glance over after my previous spider experience, because it was like a silver dollar type of size, and I look over, and once again, my heart just kind of went ugh, right into my stomach, and I had that death look again, where I was like, and I kind of had the feeling, have you ever been in a situation where time stops, and then it's almost like you're looking in that rear view mirror where it says objects can appear larger than they really are? So that was a little scary. So, I mean, this was the biggest, hairiest, scariest, and as far as I knew, deadly spider that I've ever seen. I mean, it was seriously bigger than my hand. Okay? And so, of course, I joined them. And so then my boyfriend walks in, almost like, Superman, like, what's up? And we're all pointing, going, I'm like, you gotta do something, you've gotta do something. And he didn't seem scared at all. I don't know, maybe we were just all scared of spiders. So he takes a towel, and he's like, it's okay. It's like, are you kidding me? That could be like a tarantula. I mean, that is like the grossest looking thing I've ever seen. So he takes a towel, and he swats it, right? and it falls, but we can't find it. Nowhere. He shakes out the towel, it's not there. No spider. So you can imagine that sleeping in that room that night was really not the funnest experience of my trip.
You never found it?
We never found it. And the moral of this story is, better not to see it, because ignorance is really bliss.